Hello students, in our today's lecture we are going to start our statistics subject. In this we are going to start the unit number 3, probability. The probability is the most common chapter in the statistics. That is, you are studying this chapter from your 10th class. In 10th, 11th or 12th also you have studied. Let's start with the probability term. What do you mean by the probability? Probability means the probable outcome of the any event. And we are going to measure it. That is known as a probability. That will happen or not. That is, we are going to measure it. This is a probability. The theory of the probability is an attempt to measure the degree of the uncertainty in the occurrence of any outcome. कोई भी एक इवेंट होता है, कोई भी एक सिचुएशन होती है, उसकी अनसर्टेनिटी होती है और उसको हम मेजर करते हैं कि कोई एक पर्टिकुलर इवेंट होने की कितनी संभावना है, उसे हम क्या कहते हैं? प्रोबेबिलिटी. प्रोबेबिलिटी डिवाइडेड इनटू two broad concepts. First is objective, second is subjective. What is the objective probabilities? Objective probability related with the further two classification, classical probability and relative probability. The probability calculated on the basis of the classical random experiment. On the basis of the experiment we are going to find out the probability, that is known as classical probability. And if the probability calculated on the basis of the past data or the frequency of the data, then probability is called relative probability. Understood? There are two bifurcation is there, classical probability and relative probability. These both are related with the objective probability. And what is the subjective probability? Where as the probability which indicate the belief of the person, what a person thinking, on the basis of the belief of the person, the occurrence of event are called subjective probability. That is the major introduction of the probability. What is the probability? There are two broad classification, objective and subjective. And objective probability further divided into two parts. First is classical probability and second is relative probability. Right? Now, basic term of the probability. First is random experiment or a trial. An experiment which can result in any one of the several possible outcome. It's a random experiment. For example, tossing a unbiased coin in a random. It is a random experiment. You are throwing the dice. It is also a random experiment. Then, sample space. What is a sample space? It's a set that represent all the possible outcomes. All the possible outcomes of the random experiment, it's called sample space. It's denoted by S or U. Capital S and capital U. Each outcome is called a sample point. Each outcome called a sample point. You can, for example, if you are going to toss the coin, there is a two possible outcome, either it's head or tail. So sample space S is equals to either head or tail. These are the various examples of the sample space. Then event. The result of an experiment are known as an event. A result of an experiment known as a event. Suppose we are going to solve if we are tossing a coin, there is two possible outcomes, head or tail. So head and tail are different events. Head and tail are different events. If we are throwing an unbiased dice, then outcome would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all of the numbers are specifically different events. And most important thing is A is a subset of the S. A is a subset of the S. कोई भी इवेंट होगी वो S की पार्ट ही होगी. Then complementary event. The complement of the event A is the aggregate of all the points of the sample space S which do not belongs to A. That means ये यूनियन स्पेस है और एक इवेंट हुई है ए के अलावा यूनियन में जितना भी पॉइंट्स हैं वो सारे के सारे कवर करते हैं, उसे हम कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री इवेंट ए डैश कहते हैं। उसे क्या कहते हैं? हम डिनोट करते हैं ए डैश और ए बार। देन union of the two units. The all union of the two events represent the total of the both the events. The union of the two events A and B is denoted by the A union B. An aggregate of all the sample points belong to either A or B or both. Either A, either B or both. That is known as A union B. That includes all the elements of the A and B. Then intersection of the two events. Intersection of the two events. That means intersection of the two events A and B denoted by A intersect B. It is the aggregate of all the sample points belongs to A and B both. Belongs to only A and B. That means A intersect B represent this part only. Then different event. The different of the two events A and B is the event that A happens and B does not happen. A happen, B does not happen belongs to A dash B or A intersect B dash. A intersect B dash. There is a different event, then only one event will happen, the other event will not happen, including the intersect part also. Then exclusive events. If the all possible outcome of the experiment are considered, the outcome is said to be exclusive. That means if we are throwing the unbiased dice, then all the possible outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the events are known as exclusive events. Next is mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive events happens when either of the A or B cannot be outcome together. They cannot occur together. If A is happening, B will not happen. If the B is happening, A will not happen. That is, both events A and B are known as mutually exclusive events. That if A is happening, B will not happen. If the B is happening, A will not happen. So they are A and B both cannot be happen together. It's known as mutually exclusive events. In this situation, A intersect B is equals to 5. Just because they are not exclusive in events, they are a mutually exclusive events. Then equally likely events. That means all the possible outcome of the any classical probability, the each and every event is an equally likely event. Just because if we are throwing a toss a coin, there is a two possibility, either is head or either is a tail. So the chances of the two events are equal. Chances of the two events are equal, that equally likely events. Then favorable cases. What is the favorable? What we want as a case, that is known as a favorable case. The number of the sample points favorable to the happening of the event A are known as favorable case of the A. Then independent events. Any event are not dependent on the any other event, then it is that event known as independent events. The events are said to be independent if द हैपनिंग ऑफ द वन इवेंट डज नॉट डिपेंड ऑन द हैपनिंग और नॉन हैपनिंग ऑफ द अदर इवेंट। एक इवेंट हो गई है तो उसके पर दूसरी इवेंट है जो वो डिपेंड नहीं करती है, वो हुए या ना हुए उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है। जैसे कि हम कॉइन टॉस करेंगे, हेड आया टेल आया, उसके ऊपर कोई भी अदर फैक्टर इम्पैक्ट नहीं करते हैं। हेड टेल के ऊपर इफेक्ट नहीं करता, टेल हेड के ऊपर इफेक्ट नहीं करता। तो ऐसे इवेंट को हम इंडिपेंडेंट इवेंट बोलेंगे। मैथमेटिकल डेफिनेशन क्या है प्रोबेबिलिटी की? मैथमेटिकल और क्लासिकल a prior definition of the probability. PA symbolically probability of the event A denoted by the P of A. हम कैसे लिखेंगे? A इवेंट की प्रोबेबिलिटी फाइंड कर रहे हैं तो हम लिखेंगे प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ इवेंट A is equals to a favorable cases of the happening of the A, favorable cases of the happening and event A symbolically known as M divided by total exclusive, mutually exclusive and equally likely cases, that is a possible outcome, known as N. So basically probability stands in the basic this definition only. Probability of the event A is equals to N upon N. M is equals to favorable cases and the N is equals to total events are happening. It's a exclusive, mutually exclusive and the equally likely cases, right? And most important rule is 0 less than M less than N. So M और N दोनों 0 नहीं होना चाहिए, 0 या 0 से ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, 0 से कम नहीं होना चाहिए। और प्रोबेबिलिटी की वैल्यू कहाँ पे लाई करेगी? द प्रोबेबिलिटी विल लाई ज़ीरो और 1 के बीच में ही आएगी, 0 और 1 के बीच में ही आएगी। Let's start with the basic example, that is a very common example that definitely not asked in your examination, but for the base clearance that is required. So illustration number 1, a bag contains 4 white balls and 3 black balls. Find the probability of the drawing a white ball from it. So what is the formula? Formula is P of A is equals to M upon N. That is a favorable cases. So we have to take a white ball and the favorable white ball is 4. So M is equals to 4 upon N. N is equals to total events. So total how much balls were there? 4 plus 3, 7. So total case is 7. The answer will be 4 by 7. Simply find the probability of getting an odd number when a cubic dice is thrown. So we have to find an odd number. So which are the total cases or total events? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total cases N is equals to 6 and we have to getting an odd number. There are 3 odd numbers, 1, 3 and 5. Which are the odd numbers? 1, 3 and 5. So probability of getting odd number is equals to M upon N. Which are the M? 1, 2, 3. 3 by 6. Total number is 6. 3 by 6, that is equals to 1.5. Understood? Then 2 cards are drawn from the well-stuffed pack of the 52 cards. Find the probability that both are kings. हमें करना क्या है? इलस्ट्रेशन 3 में 52 कार्ड्स हैं, उसमें से 2 कार्ड सिलेक्ट करने हैं और हमें प्रोबेबिलिटी फाइंड करनी है कि दोनों किंग ही हो, दोनों किंग ही हो। तो पहले n फाइंड कर लेते हैं, टोटल पॉसिबिलिटीज। सो टोटल कार्ड्स कितने हैं? 52। इसमें से कितने सिलेक्ट करने हैं? 2। सो 52C2, 52C2। एक बार सिखा देती हूँ ये कैसे सॉल्व करना है। ये हमें सॉल्व करना है 52 फैक्टोरियल अपॉन 2 फैक्टोरियल into 50 factorials. 52 factorials, 2 factorial, 50 factorials. How can we find out this element? With the permutation and combination rules. N factorial upon r factorial upon n minus r factorial, that is a 52 factorial upon 2 factorial into 50 factorials. So 52, 51, 50 factorial upon 2:1 into 50 factorials. So 50 factorials get cancelled. We get 52 into 51 divided by 2:1. 2:1 is equals to 1. So 52 into 51 divided by 2. We will get 1326. N is equals to 1326. Now we are going to find out the M. We have to select the 2 cards, out of which there will be a 2 kings. So how much possibility of the king were there? In the total 4 kings were there, and out of which we have to going to select a 2 king. So out of total we are going to select the 2 kings. So 4C2 same, 4 factorial, 2 factorial, 2 factorial. So it will answer 4 into 3 into 2 factorial upon 2 factorial into 2 factorial, 2 factorial, 2 factorial, cut. So 4 3s are 12, 12 by 2, 6. So M is equals to 6 and N is equals to 1326. So P of A is equals to M upon N, 6 by 1326. Let's find out it's divisible or not. Yes, it is divisible. So 1 upon 2 to 1. Probability of A. Understood? And similarly, illustration 4 and 5 are same kind of a simple examples. Let's understood a conditional probability. कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी मीन्स अगर कोई एक इवेंट हो रही है वो तभी होगी जब दूसरी इवेंट पर फुल्ली डिपेंडेंट होगी, और सपोज वो कंडीशन फुलफिल करेगी तो ही दूसरी इवेंट सक्सेसफुल होगी, तो उसे हम कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी कहेंगे. दिस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ द अकरेंस ऑफ द, suppose the 2 events are A and B. So event B, when the known that A has occurred, it's known as conditional probability of the B. A happen होगी, A occur होगी तो ही B occurrence होगी. That is the probability of the occurrence of the B depends on the A. Occurrence of the A, that denoted as B under the condition that A has occurred is denoted by P B dash A. That is, we symbolically write like this, P B dash A. That means only when B happen, when A, B is depend on A. When A is happen, then and only then the B will happen. That is a dependent on a, B is dependent on the A. So B dash A. And how can we find out this? We can find out with the using this formula. P B dash A is equals to P A intersect B upon P A. That is an important formula that you have to remember, that B, probability of the conditional event B upon A is equals to P intersect A intersects B upon P upon A. पेज नंबर 120 पे बहुत ही सारे इम्पॉर्टेंट रूल्स दिए गए हैं. इसके हिसाब से हम आगे सम करेंगे. तो पहले हम ये सारे रूल्स देख लेते हैं. पहला रूल है कैसे हम रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे? PA is equals to M upon N, that we have already known it. Then rule number 2, probability of the non-happening of an event is equals to P, we known as a PA dash. And how can we find out? We find out 1 minus PA. Additional rule on the probability when there are two events A and B. So PA union B is equals to PA plus PB minus PA intersect B. If the A and B are mutually independent, then PA intersect B is equals to PA into PB. If the two events AB are independent, then A dash and B dash and A dash and B and A and B dash are also independent and vice versa. That is the rule we have to remember. Then if the events are A and B are mutually exclusive, then PA intersect B is equals to 0. That means phi. For the any two events A and B, sample space and the probability of the only event A occur given as P A dash B is equals to P intersects B dash. ये वो हमें फाइंड कैसे करना है? हम ऐसे फाइंड करेंगे पी ए माइनस पी ए इंटरसेक्स बी इज इक्वल्स टू पी ए यूनियन बी माइनस पी बी. हम किसी भी फॉर्मूला से हम ये वाला पॉइंट फाइंड कर सकते हैं. व्हेन ओनली ए विल अकर, बी विल नॉट अकर. Then probability that at least one of the A and B will not occur. So दोनों में से कोई दोनों अकर ना करें. So P A dash union B dash is equals to P A intersects B dash. इसे हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं, ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. और इसे हम फाइंड कैसे करेंगे? यहाँ से करेंगे 1 माइनस P A intersects B. तो ये सारे रूल्स हैं जो आपको देखने हैं और समझने हैं, और इसके हिसाब से हम आगे सम करेंगे. देन 10, इट इज़ द एडिशनल रूल ऑफ द थ्री इवेंट्स P A यूनियन B यूनियन C. सो P A प्लस P B प्लस P C माइनस P A इंटरसेक्स B माइनस P A इंटरसेक्स C माइनस P इंटरसेक्स C प्लस P A intersects B intersects C. When there is a mutually exclusive of the three events, it is a PA plus PB plus PC is equals to 1. That is a P union. And the conditional event that we have already known, that PA dash B is equals to PA intersects B upon PB. When it is depends on that event, this will come over in the denominator. That event of the probability that are depend upon the A, of the occurrence of the A depend on the B. So B will in the denominator. Probability of the B will be in a denominator. Then this is the multiply rule. P A intersects B minus P A into P B dash A, or a reverse, whichever is independent or dependent on each other. These are the important rules that you have to write down and understood. On the basis of these rules, we are going to solve the various illustration and examples in our next lecture. Thank you.